Welcome to One Night Only with Jiggetts and North.
I'll tell you what, Jigs, I can't believe it. This is just hours. And the Secretariat probably felt the same way when he raced here in his final race. You know, a couple thoroughbreds, you know.
That's exactly right. You know, we're in the paddock right now getting ready to come out onto the track.
I looked at the paddock. I said, man, Secretariat's been in the paddock. Boy, what a nice room.
John Henry, it's a beautiful room, Mike. It really is. Of course, you know, Arlington Park is just a beautiful place to be, too. But, you know, 20th anniversary, Mike, can you believe that?
I cannot believe 20 years, Jigs, already. And what's beautiful about this is we're going to have all the great guests tonight. You know what? I just want to say right now before we even start, what overwhelming success it was.
Yeah, no doubt.
What a tremendous job BB and everybody did. Arlington Park, the Daily Herald.
That's right.
I mean, hey, you know what? I gave you the call. I remember you picking up going, hello. I go, Jigs, we're going to be doing something at Arlington Park. We got a big live audience, 250 people. We got 10 spots. I go, listen, man, I don't dig prank calls. But we're going to have, it's been a great 20 years. And I'll tell you what, you know what, this baby here with food and everything.
Well, it's going to be fun to get it all cranked up here. You know, we've got great guests. We've got a great crowd coming in.
Yep.
And the whole idea is just to sit back and have some reflection on some of the people that we've been associated with throughout the years, and of course talk about our partnership and how, you know, basically sports radio got started in this town.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, because a lot of people forget about that now.
Well, you know what? Because, you know, here's the deal, too. The ratings now are the thing. They got a new rating system, and we always knew back in the 90s that sports radio was the #1 song, but it was an imperfect. It's sort of like they added the three-point shot.
Right, yeah.
You know, like they added the three-point shot to the NBA. The ratings now, it makes the very, very average look very, very good now.
Well, you know.
And God bless them.
Yeah, and the great thing is that, you know, going back and you understand how everything got started.
Yeah.
You know, you have a better appreciation, I think, for the product that, you know, we had back then.
Oh,
Jigs, it's a great product. It really was. And,
I mean, you know what? For the Herald, I had to write by 20 members. I go, you sure you don't need 100? Because we did it. I mean, we've traveled everywhere. The score, from the score to all the other places we've been, just been good experiences.
Yeah, you remember all of the consternation on the first couple of times.
What's that mean?
All the concern when we wanted to hit the road a couple of times, and then it got to a point where we always had to be at a Super Bowl.
Then they got the expenses.
Yeah.
And then they were really concerned.
Oh, you mean like the ones from Miami?
I like when we were in St. Louis, and I go, hey, listen, Digger Phelps. Yeah, Dick Vitale. Oh, what's your name? Oh, you're the guy that runs the NCAA, the guy Miles Lane.
Yeah, Miles Brand.
Miles Brand or whatever. You guys were with us. We're putting you on the expense. They're like this. No, we weren't. Yeah. I go, don't worry about it.
The best one was down in Miami, though. We're at the News Cafe, and you're buying bottles of Dom.
And
getting players to stop
Jerome
by.
Brown.
God bless them. And the guys would stop by.
Kevin Green.
Have a drink, and then they'd promise to come on the show the next day, and they'd show up.
And they'd show up, and they'd show up a little bleary-eyed. I remember when Tom Jackson, when Radio Row had, at the Super Bowl, they had 20 people.
Right.
20 radio stations. Now there's hundreds.
That's right. They've actually picked up our term, Radio Row.
Yeah,
we were the ones that started.
For God's sake, and everybody, what else is new?
It's fairly early in our existence at the Score, but Mike had been pretty tough on one Dan Hampton, and so we're down at the Super Bowl, and Miami, I believe it was.
Yep.
And we're sitting in the lobby of the hotel.
I'm reading the paper,
kicking around, just kind of, you know, sitting back a little bit, being real comfortable. And here I look up, and here comes Dan Hampton.
And what do I do?
And Mike takes the newspaper and puts it over his face.
And Otis Wilson, he's over there.
Ham's chasing Mike around the lobby.
Come here, I want to talk to you. Come here, I want to talk to you. Otis goes, you want me to help you? I go, what are we? What are you? What am I, the Detroit Lions? What are you going to hunt me down? Like the dog that I am?
I'd never seen anybody run a 4-3 before, but I saw a 4-3 that
night. I got one, too. I'll never forget the time that we were at Miami Airport, and we were all set to fly first class.
Oh, this is when we were with the Bulls.
Yeah, we were with the Bulls, and well, the night before, I bought bucket of beers for everybody from John Kelly to Jigs to Red Kerr, God bless him, Bill Weddington, who drank most of them, and you know, they had a day off the next day, like that mattered. And then after that, the next day, we went over to the Miami Arena. And I asked all sorts of questions. I asked a question to Pat Riley, and I got tossed out of the joint.
Well, tell him what you asked, Pat.
I asked him if Fred Flintstone knows that ordering the brontosaurus ribs through the drive-thru is going to tip his car over. Then why does he order them every day?
That was what you were going to ask him. What did you ask him, though?
If God, oh yeah, you're right. I got the dementia. If God came down tomorrow and shaved your head, okay? If you shaved your head and said, you shave your head, you get Michael Jordan. You win. You beat him. You win the title. Would you do it? It's an interesting question. Real interesting. The Gestapo came and got me. Brian McIntyre. Mike, what the hell's the matter?
It was so off the charts that Dennis Rodman walks by me and he's shaking his head. Dennis Rodman, who walks by and goes, your boy is crazy. That's how bad it was.
These two memories only for the Daily Herald.